Auxerrois is a grape that I first discovered on a trip to Alsace. And one of the things that intrigued me about it was that it's an early ripening variety, which of course in our cool climate here is just perfect for us. And as you probably know, they typically blend it with Pinot Blanc there. Well, my original idea was that I would blend it with Chardonnay in years that it didn't get quite as ripe as I would like it to be. But I've never done that because Auxerrois has always been so nice. It's just got a lovely flavor profile that I really like. Well, interestingly enough, Bel Lago was the first winery in the United States, as far as I'm aware, that ever was given a label for Auxerrois from the TTB. The second winery I discovered was Edson out in Oregon. And some years ago I was invited to Oregon to pour our Pinot Noir for the International Pinot Noir celebration, which was a really wonderful experience. But they took us out for lunch to Edelsheim, and the aperitif wine before lunch was their newly released Auxerrois. And I am pretty sure I was the most excited participant at the whole event because all of a sudden here was another Auxerrois that was really lovely. So, and actually their Auxerrois helped inspire me to change stylistically the way we make our Auxerrois more in an Alsatian style than we had done formerly, which was partially barrel fermented, retaining a little bit of oak. So the current Auxerrois, as you know from tasting it, is more aimed at that fresh fruit Alsatian style with a nice long mouthfeel. So interesting experience for sure. And we'll go taste a tank sample of the 09, and hopefully that one will show well as well. But anyway, so I planted it originally with the idea that I would blend it with Chardonnay, and I've never done that because I've liked it by itself so much that we've just made it every year. And we've evolved stylistically. Originally, Dave, you'll remember, of course, the older Auxerrois where we barrel fermented in American oak barrels, about 20% of them, and carried over a little bit of the oak flavor because it's just so pretty out of the barrel. But then in 2006, I decided to go away from the barrels and go for more fresh fruit and try to move a little bit more in the direction of an Alsatian wine. And I really like the results.
The 06 is a beauty.
The 06 is a beauty. This one I like nearly as much as the 06, although this one has not yet developed the mouthfeel, and it remains to be seen whether it will. As I mentioned earlier, it takes about a year. So this one, though, for the 08, we went back to barrel fermenting 30% in old French oak, but really old French oak, because the idea was no oak perceived in the wine. And I don't get any oak, but it really just fleshed it out. And what came out of the barrels was just really pretty. So the 09 we have it's about 35% of the wine is in barrels right now.
Do you think that adds to the mouthfeel, the silken quality?
Well, I think it does quality, but the 06 had 0% barrels. And I think a lot of it is, it's a combination of things. I think part of it is just the varietal is so soft in the mouth up front. I mean, this one's got really nice acidity, but there's a component to Auxerrois that seems to sort of smooth out the mid-palate in particular. And we Surly's age it for a few months. What that really means is that we're somewhat sloppy intentionally when we rack it the first time, so we make sure that we carry a little bit of extra lees with it. And that way in those couple of months, we flesh out the mid-palate in particular and hopefully stretch the finish a little bit on it. So.
The wine's delicious.
I'm glad you like it.